Okay, this evening we start our journey on top of the Tolerance Bridge in Dubai, on Dubai Canal. This is quite a special bridge to me because at the start of my journey we used to live just over here in that building, and at the start of our journey I would cycle across here 6 months ago, across the canal, and then come up this bridge. And it's not a big, slope, but it used to get my heart rate up. And on those early days, that was a lot of work, a lot of effort. Then moving down here, I'd go down the steps and along the canal all the way down to the beach, and then go along the beach to the last cafe and then cycle back. It's around about 10-12 kilometers in total. And that originally was my primary exercise all over the summer. So tonight we're going to take a little bit more of a journey. We're going to go, the other day we actually went along the canal on the opposite side all the way up to the reservoir. Tonight we're going to go along the canal and across towards the Burj Khalifa, which you can just about see over there. So I hope you enjoy the journey, and I'll give some commentary as we go. So as I mentioned, we're just heading down the bridge. So my original journey was going the opposite direction. It is a beautiful bridge. It is very nice in the dark, seeing the lights on. And it's a full cycling path here on the left. That goes all the way down to the canal and all the way up to the reservoir. So we used to live in one of these apartments just on the left. They're all the same, canal residence. Beautiful place, very ideal location next to the canal. We were there for about a year. Didn't really work out the way we wanted it to work out for various reasons, but we've moved slightly further out but closer to the beach. In terms of distance, it's exactly the same distance to the beach, in fact probably a little bit closer. So this was our original building just here on the left, Canal Front Residence. It's a great location. You've got a couple of bridges across the canal very close to each other. They have got some more construction going on here. I think one of the reasons we were definitely thinking of moving was because of the amount of construction going on, and more importantly the access roads to these buildings on the left. It wasn't a massive delays, but it took a while getting in and out of the building. As you can see, there's like probably 5 more buildings being built here. So this is the second bridge, as I've mentioned. And one of the things that's great about this canal, it is such a beautiful canal and place to live. So any time of the day, you're 100% safe and secure. You see singles, families, couples all walking along here any time of the night. But they also do these Abra, I think they're Abras, I mean it's a type of boat, but they do these canal taxis just on the right there. They're very cheap. You can simply, there's quite a few pay stations. You can pay and get a card. I think it's a card, and then it's like very low cost journey. I think these ones tend to stay within the canal itself, but you can go to another station that takes you all the way to the marina. So we're just heading up to one of the more beautiful, there's so many beautiful bridges, but this is another beautiful bridge with a waterfall over it. It's featured in quite a few videos, and I think, not 100% sure, but I think at past, this is one of those water taxi offices just here, run by the RTA. Really professional, really helpful, and really a great service. If you ever come to Dubai, I'd highly recommend you give those a try. But then you see that waterfall bridge that at 1/2 past opens up on the hour, and at 1/2 past the hour opens up to allow boats to come in and out. And I think must be on a low power setting at the moment, because usually the water's covering everything. It's a much larger curtain of water. On the right over here, you have the Al Habtoor city. It's a residence and hotel complex area. Quite a few nice hotels here. And there's one just on the right there, which is the W Hotel, very nice. You've got the JW Marriott Marquez in front. That is an exceptional 5-star hotel. There's a great lounge in there for Marriott members. Two towers, I think it's east and west, I can't remember now, but you can see them in front. There's a great bar there, good food. And then moving on the right, there is that hotel over there on the right has some great Le Pearl shows on, which is like I'd say it's like an opera type circus act. Really great to watch. They've got motorbikes, they've got swimming pools in the stage. It's pretty breathtaking to watch. I took my sister there about 18 months ago, and they were both all really impressed. This is an interesting property on the left here. We looked at a property here and super impressed. Great location again. The only problem with it is, that's it, Missoni. Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong. Missoni. The only problem is the rooms are really small. We live in quite a small apartment anyway, but they're tiny there, and they don't have plumbing for dishwashers, which when you're working, full time, both husband and wife, that you need a dishwasher. But it was extremely small property, extremely small rooms, or at least the rooms we looked at were. And the cost of them was fairly expensive. So you can see on the left here quite some nice shops, cafes opening up, quite a few restaurants. Just heading a bit more deeper into the city now. So the bridge in front of us goes straight into the city. We also looked at a building over here, around about here. Yeah, I think it's actually behind these properties. Lovely big building, 2 bedrooms, basketball courts, squash courts, everything you could want for quite a good reasonable price. But the traffic getting in there was a problem every time we went to look at properties over there. So you can see how beautiful this building is in front of me at the moment. It's a hotel, isn't it, sir? This one on the right.
I believe it's Jumeirah.
Oh, Jumeirah Hotel. So that's going to be amazing. I don't think it's open yet or finished, but you can see how this area is being developed. At the moment, it's not quite finished. It's almost there. You can see some nice shops and restaurants on the left here, and then you can see these beautiful apartments on the right. And really, if I could ever afford something like that, that would be an apartment to live in. You can obviously see boats moored up here and people coming and going. At the moment, it's not 100% finished. So we're just cycling around this little inlet to it. And now you can just start to see over behind that building, behind the funeral building, it's just over there, the Burj Khalifa. But this always impresses me how, such a busy city, I think its population growth is exponential at the moment. Do you remember how many million people are in here now? So
Reached 4 million back in October last year, I believe.
So October last year, apparently, UAE reached 4 million. And obviously Dubai is going to be one of the bigger populated cities. That's not taking into account all the tourists and visitors to Dubai, which, you know, obviously Dubai is probably one of the biggest tourist attractions in the Middle East. But as we see, you can regularly see security here that will, you know, keep an eye and support you if you need it. Feel completely safe. You can see we're on a bike lane at the moment. It's a shared bike lane with pedestrians, so you've got to be a little bit more careful on the speed you're going at, and obviously making sure you're well lit. At the moment, it rained here in Dubai yesterday, so it's the weather's very unusual. Not unusual for this time of year. You know, we usually get 2 or 3 days of rain. You know, really, it was probably raining for just about 30 minutes in total. But it was fun. And it was an opportunity to try out my new rain jacket, which you don't get much opportunity to wear it. Yesterday, didn't think it was raining going to rain. It was a 30% chance of rain. It rained, and I didn't have the jacket. Today, could do, you never know. Again, these properties on the left, they are just at the back side of the ones we just looked at, facing the canal this time. They look absolutely amazing. You get the occasional boat going past as well, and as I said, the canal taxi really is impressive to go on. But they also have cruises you can go on. I've also seen barbecue boats, which are like a little boat you can hire and have a barbecue on it. Can't see any of those this evening, but they do, mainly at weekends they come out. Little amphitheatre type spectators area here. And they're developing this area on the left here. This used to be grass, but it's obviously going into another building. I don't think you can see it from down here, but it's a beautiful view of the Burj Khalifa. The Burj Khalifa is still the tallest building in the world. I think it's 800 so many meters high. We've been in it a few times. We've actually stayed at the Armani Hotel. Really amazing modern hotel. We've also had dinner. The Atmosphere, so it's called?
Yeah.
Dinner Atmosphere, which is a restaurant.
I took a video of the land on the left now. It's
The Atmosphere restaurant, absolutely amazing, super expensive, but I think it was our wedding anniversary. It was our wedding anniversary. Really well worth that special occasion, but it is a special occasion place. So you're just going to be able to see the Burj popping between those two, possibly. No, maybe not. Yeah, there you go. There, the Burj Khalifa. It is a beautiful time of day to come to any time's a beautiful time, but particularly at this time at dusk, when there's still quite a bit of good light and all of the lights, the buildings are coming on. So you can see work going on in this area here. No ideas what they're building, but I'm sure it'll be spectacular. So you just heard my heart rate is only zone 1. I'm keeping my recovery from my cold in hand. I've kept it easy this weekend. I'm not too sure if it was a cold or a flu, but it's knocked me off my feet, other than having to do these, doing these rides. So I've mentioned it on most of the videos, but I've made a commitment to New Year's resolution to ride every day from the 1st of January 2026 to my birthday on the 20th of March 2026. I was just looking down here and it's absolutely spectacular, the view. I hope you can see it from the camera down there, but the light bouncing off the water is absolutely surreal. It's an amazing place to get some food and see what's going on in the canal here. So you can see all the restaurants on the left. There is a beautiful spot to see the Burj coming up. And I'll stop, it's just a bit further on, isn't it? So that place where we stopped last time.
Yes, yes. Further on.
So Saigon Station, a bit buffet style restaurant. I haven't really eaten too much on this side of the canal. It is the side that's close to Dubai Mall, so walking wise it'd be a short walk from Dubai Mall. St. Regis Hotel on the left here. Everywhere you'll find a little Carrefour shop as well, so if you need to stock up in food or some drinks for a little trip. I will put this ride on Strava, as of all my rides are on Strava. Some really beautiful little restaurants. Most of them do seem to be Arabic food, but you do get the occasional Asian food as well. Some of you may be asking, do they serve alcohol? Probably not. The ones certainly associated to a hotel would probably have an alcohol bar, but most of these ones are not. So not commonly served. So I'm just heading a little bit further out now. Now the canal will stop eventually. It doesn't go as far as the Flamingo Nature Reserve, which we went to a couple of days ago. Road, so please check out that video. See, the construction is going on 24/7. There's always something being built. You know, a lot of people say it'll look amazing when it's finished. It will never finish. Just on the right there, you can just maybe just see there is a family barbecue little boat which you can hire here, have something to eat, a picnic, barbecue on a little boat. I don't know if it's driven by you drive it, or someone is on board, but it seems fairly safe. Doesn't seem to be much large boats coming up and down here. Anything else you'd like to add to? Yeah, so you may be able to hear my wife behind me. She's riding her bike, and we use a Senna system to be able to communicate. It works really well. This new Senna Vicon 20, I think it's called. I'll double check and put the name on and links on the video. It's really good. Seamlessly connects. Sometimes you'll be cycling next to a group and someone will be able to join it because it's a mesh network. Never a problem. Happened only once or twice. It works 1,000% better than the light system which they have. Senna had communication system called Pi, and it basically was just for one person, so to communicate between two headsets. This, I'm not too sure the limit, and I'll put the information on the screen, but you can communicate. We've tried it with 3 and it works seamlessly.
it really does make the journey and the ride and the safety element. And the fun element anyway, something's on the way.
There you go, another one of those boats just on the right. Slow down a little bit so you might be able to see. Yeah, so there is somebody driving here, and then there's 3 people just having some dinner on it. Ironically, you can also see one of these canal taxis. This one's an open one, just pulling up here. It's like a bus service.
And there was them villas on the other side, the water side villas.
Oh yes, just over here. They've never opened though. So.
Not that we know. Oh, you just missed the bird on the left, Riley.
Oh yeah, here we go. Just stop for a moment.
You get to see all of it apart. Yeah.
So just check. So hopefully, let's get in the way. Where is it? You can just about see. Let's turn around and get a shot this way. So, just in front of my tyre is the Burj Khalifa, by far the most magnificent high-rise in the world. It looks absolutely beautiful, and you can only really tell how beautiful it is and how massive it is when you can see the skyline from a distance. You know, most of these high-rises out here are, you know, large buildings, hundreds of floors. Well, this one dominates them all, and not just, you know, slightly, massively. Sometimes it almost looks like a crack in the horizon, the design of it. But it is absolutely beautiful, particularly beautiful when New Year's Eve comes, as they have fireworks. In fact, I'll put a quick video on screen now of the fireworks happening on this New Year's Eve, when I made the commitments for everyday rides. But it is absolutely spectacular. So we'll just carry on. Here you go. The safety of the comms just worked. Good demonstration. So we're moving swiftly on, still heading away from Dubai now. I'm just hoping you can get see what Dubai looks like now in this kind of light. You'll be able to see the lights on the left. The restaurant, the canal. Looks pretty good. And we've often thought what is going on the right. You probably can't see on the video, but there's an island in the middle of the canal here. It has no developments on it. It's just really looks like sand. And we're thinking that is going to be amazing property on there. There's one road that leads to it just here, and then it's just sand, quite a large area. That'll be interesting to see what they're building. Yeah, so opposite the marina and opposite the Dorchester Hotel, which is just on the right there now. So this is almost at the end of the right now. We're just coming towards the end of the canal. We're going to go all the way to the end on the left side. On the right side of the canal, that is leading away from the sea. You can obviously go a lot further, all the way up to the wildlife sanctuary, which we videoed 2 days ago. This ends a lot sooner.
But they are going to enjoy it, because we went to that other place further up, that we took the Bromptons, and it was a very small area, but that's further down here, but it's not developed yet.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can get up there on the canal, and you can obviously drive up there. The canal doesn't stop. It's just the side that the path stops. And I think you could probably go, it's gravel. One day it might be fun trying to drive it in the gravel. And what you do see is a lot of fishermen there. Very popular fishermen. Hopefully not just picking up all my sniffs, as I've said. Cold, still there. Somebody mentioned a comment on one of my videos, or cold is not cold from being cold, it's from a virus. Except for man flu, obviously. So just at the end there you go. This is the end.
The end of the road, as you know.
Yeah. So I think you can carry on a little bit further. In fact, so let's try it. Let's just go a little bit further. So this is the road, untravelled. We're off-road at the moment. You know, actually using these gravel bikes for what they're designed for. And you can see quite a few fishermen here. And now there's a big pipe which you can go over. Let's just try and see if we can go over it. That'll be quite fun. And Sue behind me, panicking a little bit because although we live in the desert, you know, we live in Dubai, which is surrounded by desert, as soon as she steps in sand, she panics. So I'm sure she's not happy about riding in the sand, even though it's really hard, compact, but it's a bit uneven. Did you say you'd stop, Sue?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to go a bit further, then I'll turn around myself. So, big intersection here. Just want to see where we're by on the right side. I think we're by the Mercedes testing facility on the right, where you can test drive a G-Wagon. I'm kind of really happy I've got my Explorer exposure light fitted. It's a British made light, and I've got a joystick version which is a limited edition purple 50th anniversary, I think, certainly an anniversary one, and definitely this is the end. Light, absolutely amazing. Yeah, so I'll just stand up. So what you should be able to see now, just turn the camera on so I can see. Right, over here, what you should be able to see, let's get it so I can see where my tyre is. Over there is the, I think just there is a hill with Mercedes Test Centre. That over there is the Design District. Further on is the Wildlife Sanctuary, which has got amazing flamingos, really worth the visit again. Have a look at the video on that. And then just behind me, or now in front of me, the way back, you can see the beautiful Burj Khalifa. So Dubai has it all. Absolutely love the place. I also had somebody said that they hate Dubai. I'm sure it's not for everybody. You know, I'm sure people, you know, I see its problems, but I really just see its beauty. I love living in the UAE. It's rich culture. It's amazing experiences. It's safety, its quality of life is just unprecedented anywhere in the world. I read on social media that it has been voted the safest city in the world, which I can really believe it. You know, here I am at the moment on an unlit gravel track next to a canal. Okay, it's not late. I think it's only about 6:30. It is 6:30. Feel 100% completely safe. I've got to fix the bracket on the light because I've got a light fitted to a GoPro, and I've got the X5 fitted to a GoPro mount. I've got a joint mount, a twin mount, I think it's called, and I haven't tightened it up enough. Feeling okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to move on. And I'll probably get back to the road and then stop the video